Hi guys, it's Simon from Milwaukee Motors International, continuing on with my restoration of my personal 600 SEL W140 with the M120 engine. Right, so you may be looking at this video thinking, why has he stripped off most of the top of the engine just to get the front valve covers off? Well, let me explain that. So this is one of the front covers. It's left on there loose, and you'll see a hole there, and one there. And what happens is the valve covers go over the top, and they go over the top of this ridge, so it's impossible to get this cover off without taking the valve covers off. To get the valve covers off, you've got to take the inlet manifold and the injectors, the throttle bodies, the MAF sensors, and a whole lot of stuff. So if you do attempt this job, you want to make sure you change every part you possibly can. So the second thing I want to talk about is why these leaks actually happen and where they tend to be. So they tend to be, I'll show you on this side that hasn't got the cover on, they tend to be in that corner, right in that corner down there. And also, I'll take this cover off, put that out of the way for a sec. This is a SEL. It's like aluminium. It's got 4 legs on it. That goes on there, and each goes across the bridge where the timing chain goes, and they tend to leak in these corners as well. And it just seems to be a bit of a design fault. So on both upper timing chain covers, you'll notice in the corners there are these little cutouts, and that's where they tend. So if you look there, you've got that machined cutout. You've got another one there, another one there, and another one there. Okay, and the leak seems to be there. So basically this this rubber should go into those little cutouts, top and bottom, and the same here. This little ridge that's on the SEL should go into those cutouts, but the timing chain cover is being pushed down and not outwards. So what I tend to do is I silicone these in a couple of days before I'm going to do the install, so that these don't roll out of their groove. And then I leave this bit loose. I get some silicone under there, and then I silicone all the way up here. But I pack a lot in there so that is nice and tight onto those machined parts on the timing chain covers. Now what I found is this side is not a problem, because you can push the timing cover on and then push it down, and it doesn't roll this out of its groove. However, this one's harder, and the reason this one's harder, this timing chain guide, it's got a little hole, and in the timing chain cover there's a piece of round metal sticking out that needs to go in there. So the only way you can get the cover on is push it down before you push it forward. So you push it down to get that pin into there. Then as you roll it forward, it rolls this out of its groove. So a lot of people have found that they have to attempt it 4 or 5 times, and sometimes you ruin this SEL and you have to buy another one and wait for it to come, and it causes you all sorts of problems. So what I've found, I've done a few of these and the 6-cylinder version, but what I've found is if I use a shim, this is like a few thou thick shim, I put the shim in place, I put engine oil either side of it, I then slide the timing cover over and push it down, and but the SEL's still in place, and then I nip up the timing cover to a certain extent, and then I slide the shim out, and it stops this seal here rolling over. You can just oil that and try and slip the cover over, but you'll get really frustrated that this bit here tends to be pulled out of its groove, and then you're never 100% sure that it's sealed. And then if you take a chance and put all the engine back together and it's leaking, you know, it's not a good thing. So that's how I do it. I'm going to prep it up tonight and probably put it all together tomorrow, and I'll do another video of it actually going together. All right, thanks guys.